guy's amazing.
Yes, he is. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Hearthstone Legendary Series. I'm TG Osmond Sanders, once again joined by Tempo Storm's Hyped, replacing Tempo Storm Frodan. And what was that? Hashtag Plantronics is good, and if you don't buy it, you'll lose.
I did not catch it all.
Yeah. I don't think that could even fit. I don't even know if that's less than 140 characters
Yeah, I feel like that's over the
to fit
Twitter
in a
limit.
tweet. Yeah, I don't even know if you can hashtag that. But if you want to try it, go for it. Plantronics definitely stepping up their game with the commercials this season. But guys, we are underway with Group B. We actually just saw Azuzu take out Bub Senpai in the first match of Group B. Coming up next, we do have StrifeCro versus Kaldi. StrifeCro of Cloud9, Kaldi of Team Fnatic. And both these guys have been in the competitive scene for quite a while.
Yeah.
Kaldi used to be a competitive chess player for a long time. He was actually in the Icelandic Chess Academy.
Yeah. That's what they call the league, or they actually have a school for it?
The Icelandic, he played chess competitively from ages 10 to 16 in the Icelandic Chess Academy.
Did he even go to regular school, or he just
I don't know.
to the academy instead?
I don't know.
That's
not a good. I hope he went to regular school too, because I don't think he can learn as many valuable life lessons through chess as you can through other methods of learning. But hasn't had as much success in the competitive scene as his opponent in this matchup, StrifeCro, who is currently, of course, we mentioned earlier, ranked #1 in the world by Gosu Gamers, has a lot of victories in the competitive scene under his belt. I think I don't have them listed here, but they're numbered. There's a lot of them. And he's currently first place in his group, I believe, in the Kingwin Pro League. So, like Life Coach, which you saw earlier, he has had a lot of success so far in 2015.
Yeah. He's got a... Now, StrifeCro is someone... Like, he's been playing a lot of Demon Handlock, or he just calls it Handlock, so maybe I'll just call it Handlock too, even though it doesn't have Mountain Giants. But StrifeCro is someone that I wouldn't be surprised would definitely swap it up. Even he could even bring Zoo. He's been known, like, at one time he was playing Handlock, and he just brought Zoo randomly when it was good, and he won. So I wouldn't be surprised to see a totally different Warlock, even though he's been playing a lot of Demon Lock.
Yeah, StrifeCro is a player whose decks are pretty hard to predict. He likes to always be a step above his opponents. When I was talking to him, he said his favorite days of Hearthstone was like back in the ESGN days, where players weren't quite as good. The average skill level of a pro player wasn't as good. So he said he felt like he had a leg up over everybody else back then because he was just so good and nobody had caught up to his level yet. But he still makes sure that he always stays a step ahead. I remember back to like DreamHack last year where he brought out that crazy like value mage deck.
Yeah.
That became really popular.
Yeah, that was crazy. That was like the Grinder Mage, I think he
called it. The Grinder Mage,
yeah.
And he just won so many games that tournament. I think he won the whole tournament.
I think he lost to Kalento in the finals, only because Kalento, I think, knew about the deck a little bit. So if it's someone that didn't know about the deck, maybe he would have had a better edge.
Yeah, teammates there. So first matchup is going to be Paladin for StrifeCro versus Rogue for Kaldi.
Okay.
So a little bit rough match for StrifeCro right off the bat, but as we've seen so far today, it's definitely not as rough as it may first seem for the Paladin. We've seen some Paladins take on Rogues today.
We've seen a Priest beat a Rogue. We've seen a Paladin beat a Rogue. Was it 2 Paladins beat Rogues? Maybe. No, I don't think so. Actually, I think it was.
Yeah, I think it was. Rogues. Yeah.
I think Kaldi, I want to say he is someone that plays double Shredder 1 to 0 Teacher. He's one, like you were talking about that earlier, one of those Rogues.
Yeah.
Great hand. Actually, I haven't played much with the Belcher version. I don't know if you keep it here. It's pretty decent, but I think... Actually, you know what? This is a... if I was playing from Kaldi's hand, first of all, it's first Paladin, so you don't need to be too greedy. And this is a good hand, so I'd keep it all. And then if I would look at my opponent's mulligan if I wanted to keep like kind of like a decent hand like that that's not amazing. If they mulligan everything, I'm like, okay, so my decent hand will be good because their hand is awful. You know what I mean? So he sees StrifeCro mulligan too. I wouldn't be surprised to see Kaldi keep everything. Backstab's amazing. Backstab with SS7, even better. Shredder's fine. Belcher's fine.
Yeah.
Tosses the Belcher, though. I'm surprised by that. If I saw StrifeCro mulligan too, I'd be like, okay, I can keep the Belcher with this 5-drop.
Yeah.
But he might be thinking he's going to coin the Shredder on 3. His backstab SS7 on 4.
Well, I'm sure he's not too upset about seeing Fan of Knives.
Fan of Knives. Flurry.
Pretty decent start. Now,
StrifeCro picked with the mini bot though. He could top deck the second mini bot. That's how you beat Rogues one way.
Yeah, really tough to deal with. Well, not too bad. I mean, you could just dagger hit, backstab, or backstab SI. Yeah.
The pleasure is mine.
Alright, so Knife Juggler first is a huge risk that I don't think he's going to take here, especially with the mini-bot right there. Yeah.
Let's try and bait out some of the removal right now.
Yeah. Just go ahead and dagger hit this.
Yeah, yeah. No reason to backstab it yet.
Yeah. There was that other game where where coin SS7 would have been a good play, but this right now it's fine because he has a 4. If he wants to just backstab, he could do Paladin Treader backstab.
Yeah. And now this is...
He doesn't have to backstab SS7. He could still just Shredder if he wants.
I think this is too juicy of a play to pass up.
It is juicy, but the Shredder, it doesn't die to anything. Whereas this SS7 can die. It's fine though.
Yeah.
But now, see, this SS7 doesn't really. Oh, he's got the True Silver anyways.
Yeah.
Oh, this is great now because now Kaldi's like gonna be a little sad to play the Azure Drake, so he'll probably just go with the Shredder.
Yeah, this is
decent from StrifeCro, but it's not enough to win. Usually you need a lot of things to go in your favor. You need the Rogue's hand to be really bad. Oh, his hand is decent.
He's gonna be able to hold on to the coin as well.
That's even better than Shredder.
Next turn.
I wonder if StrifeCro will consecrate if he just throws down the Violet Teacher. It's not out of the question.
Well, I mean, I don't think there's that much of a difference between consecrating it that turn.
Yeah, because you're gonna have to later.
Yeah.
I think. I have to be a little bit. I don't criticize plays much, but when it's a rogue, I gotta say that's almost always gonna be wrong. Because like, what would the Violet Teacher die to? Nothing. The only thing it's vulnerable to maybe is an owl, but you're not even sad if it gets owled.
Maybe he's trying to set up a big play next turn. If Belcher does come down this turn, he has a Violet Teacher coin sat play.
Yeah. Although another thing too to consider is that maybe he doesn't want you can get guaranteed value off the teacher later. That's maybe what he's considering. But I don't like giving my even the first half of my Shredder. I don't like giving it up. But since he made this play, he's probably not going to Violet Teacher until later, so he can guarantee some tokens. He's probably going to Azure Drake. Oh, okay, now he has to do the coin sap, like you said. Could have been a little bit of a bait for the Belcher, like you mentioned.
Yeah. A natural turn 5 play for a lot of classes, Paladin included, is just to throw down the Belcher.
Yeah, it would have been sad if it was like a Lotheb, though.
Yeah.
I think if I was StrifeCro, I would have hit it in Lotheb.
Because now he's giving up a lot of tempo, because for the next couple turns, he's going to spend like his turn trying to do damage control. Because he can't really completely remove... Well, yeah, it's just rough. He can see what he gets from the Shredder and then try and remove what's out from the Shredder, plus the tokens with the Consecrate. But he also needs to make sure that he's setting up his own board as well.
Yeah. I was like focused on Kaldi's play. I didn't get to see StrifeCro not play the Lotheb. I think he definitely should have played the Lotheb. Alright, so he has to like snipe the Shredder with knives next turn, maybe.
Yeah. This lines up a pretty nice... Well, I guess he'd be floating a mana, but Azure Drake is a really great play here.
Nice.
He's already at 18 health as well, with two Blade Flurries in his hand.
Yeah, that's 10 damage worth of Eviscerate if the spell price. Oh, 2 Blade Flurries, not 2
Two Blade Flurries, yeah, not 2 Eviscerates. I mean, the Eviscerate's still a really good amount of burst that he can pile on, but Rogue is in fantastic position here because he has board. He has a pretty sticky board with the Pilot Shredder there, so plays like oil plays would be stronger in this situation.
Okay, I like it.
Sniperino. Oh. Well, he's locked out though, so this is sort of the comeback mechanic that he needs.
Yeah, it's not going to do much. I think go ahead and Drake. Throw the Shredder into the Knife Juggler. Yep.
Yeah, check first. I guess it doesn't really matter too much.
It doesn't matter too much.
Yeah. Unless it was Doomsayer.
Kaldi can consider hitting to play around Harrison, but I'm pretty sure if StrifeCro plays Harrison here, he dies next turn. Maybe not.
It'd be very close. If he drew into pretty much like Deadly Poison, Oil.
But yeah, since he kept... Oh, actually, no, he didn't even have to keep it because he could have just Redagger, Prep Flurried. It doesn't matter too much either way. But I'm pretty sure he has lethal next turn. One of the spell powers. Okay, maybe not.
Tyrion might be the best play here. Everything that he does is pretty vulnerable to sap.
Yeah.
He can Sludge Belcher and maybe try and like... Well, no, because he can't really try and bait out a sap because if there's a second sap in the hand, he's most likely dead.
Oh no, there's only 7 damage showing. But yeah, okay, so he goes for the Tyrion because he Sludge Belcher mini-bot, the mini-bot. I don't know, the mini-bot would have been good. But anyways, he makes the call. If there's no sap and there isn't, he can look for it with 1 card.
Yeah. Fan of Knives.
Yeah, you go ahead and prep the fan. Yes. Because if you... Yeah, if you prep the fan, you can Loatheb still. If you prep the fan, you can still get the Loatheb out, and you might have to dagger the Tyrion with the Nivis, but that's okay. But if you're going to fan, you might consider throwing down the Thalnos, get the 3 damage fan, and just Evis it.
Yeah, that's true.
Loatheb the following turn. Because you can't really use the weapon to hit your creatures. I think that's the main decision now, is if you want to get Loatheb down this turn, or if you just want to get a little bit more value with the Blood Mage. I would think I would push for the okay, actually he doesn't even have to yeah, I think I would have gone for the Loatheb play, but this is fine. He can even do Fan Flurry.
Did he double Flurry?
Oh, does he have lethal?
Did we miss?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh no!
Okay.
Yeah.
No.
We missed it.
Yep.
That's okay. It happens a lot. Okay, so he Blade Flurried,
Redaggered.
Blade Flurried,
3 damage each.
Fanned, prepped,
Yeah.
eviscerated. Okay. Well, that was a very abrupt ending.
Yep.
It's hard when you have to look at both perspectives. It's a lot harder than it may seem. I know we say that every time we miss something like that. But Kaldi's going to take the win in game 1. A tough matchup for Paladin as it is. It was looking pretty grim, regardless of what he drew. He was vulnerable to sap in most situations, trying to get off Sludge Belcher and Tyrion. He was just way too low to be able to try and stabilize himself. And the remaining classes that Kaldi has to win with are...
Paladin and Mage. We don't know what kind of Mage.
Okay.
StrifeCro also bought Mage. It's weird. I've only seen StrifeCro play Mech Mage, not Freeze. Maybe once I've seen him, but not recently.
I've seen him play the Tempo Mage.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Quite a few times as well.
And Kaldi also plays that one a little bit.
Oh,
I wouldn't be surprised to see either Mech or Tempo from either of them.
Okay.
Freeze will be good against StrifeCro for Kaldi. But then he has to play a Zuzu. It'll be good against him too, so Freeze would be great if he has it.
Yeah.
But it's slightly risky to bring Freeze to a big tournament like this because you could hit the one guy running Warrior Druid. He goes with the Mage, which suggests that it is not Freeze. Like I said, because Freeze would be super strong, so he'd save it for later.
Yeah. If it's Mech Mage, that's a pretty strong matchup. He could just start farming this Paladin from StrifeCro.
And then all Warlocks are weak to Freeze Mage for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
And then Mech Mage versus that new Demon Lock. I think Mech Mage will still be favored.
Yeah, Mech Mage, because they can establish a really good border, they do a lot of damage early on, and then they have the burn to be able to finish off.
Yeah, I think Demon Lock needs a good Void Caller to win that.
Yeah.
Like Draxus, Taunt, pretty good against Mech Mage.
Yeah, but even then, sometimes by that time, it's like too late, because by turn 5, I mean, a Mech Mage could have piled on so much damage, especially if you're weaving in taps there.
Okay, so this is the... Well, not necessarily a Blingtron Mage, it could just be a Secretless Mage. We'll see what else it has. It could have like I wouldn't be surprised to see a Ragnaros. I think he does play Blingtron though if he plays Water Elemental.
What would you call this type of mage?
With Blingtron or
No,
Mage?
without
Oh.
Raynad Mage?
Yeah, Raynad Blingtron.
Are you just saying that?
No, he played Blingtron
Because you have
Mech
to?
Mage pretty
You're
early
contractually obligated to call any mage with Blingtron Raynad Mage?
Will not confirm or deny that statement.
Okay. Without Blingtron, what's it called?
Which one? The Secretless Mech Mage or the?
Yeah. Secretless Mech Mage?
Yeah, if it is Secretless, I'm not sure exactly what it is.
I'm putting you on the spot to dub this deck.
I gotta see it more.
To give
because
this
it could
deck
be
a
anything
name.
still.
Yeah. StrifeCro really thinking about taking his time.
Maybe he just doesn't want to reveal the mulligan.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on Blizzard thinking about hiding mulligans?
Yeah, it makes
You
sense.
like it?
Just saves time. Like when I play in a tournament, I'm like, well, I want a mulligan, but I don't want to give away information, so I'll just wait. I'm like bored.
Sometimes neither player even wants to look at the other player's mulligans. They just don't want the other player to look at their mulligans.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is just really awkward.
Here's the okay, so it is secret mage. It's just Mech Mage, but does it have a Blingtron is the question. Not necessarily.
It had Water Elemental, which that's a little bit interesting in Mech Mage.
What to do?
It can be a little bit weak sometimes.
Yeah.
Despite being such a good card. Okay.
There's a lot of 4-drops that Mech Mages like. Mech Mages a lot of times used to run like Mechanical Yetis. I think some still do.
Some still do. The Secretless ones do run Mechanical Yeti.
Yeah. But it's hard to fit that many 4-drops in your deck because you have Fireballs, Paladin Shredders,
the Blast Mage.
Blast Mage. It's a very clogged mana slot for Mech Mages currently.
Alright, there's the Blast Mage.
I feel like just Mad Scientist in this situation.
Yeah, but he could go anywhere with the with that creature. Go face, does he freeze something? No, go face. I like it, just shut down the possibility of a muster.
Yep. You can clear out the Snow Trigger here, but it could sometimes you can get a Snow Trigger out earlier and it can just perpetually freeze Paladins or Warriors and it just snowballs really fast.
Yeah.
If you can never use a weapon to help you clear, then you're forced to use a stretch to try and remove the Snow Trigger off the board just so you can use other means of removal. It's really frustrating.
Yeah, so he's going to go ahead and kill that. Does he just play the Aldor too on the Scientist?
I think so.
Just get the creature down.
Yeah, a lot of the times, first Mech Mage, Aldor Peacekeeper is just played as a body.
He could be thinking about killing the mech to shut down a Tinkertown. Oh, that's what he's doing. Okay, yeah. He's definitely killing the mech. No reason to kill the Scientist. Okay, I was wrong.
Wow. I'm intrigued.
Well, he has no Tinkertown, so it's going to pay off, I think.
This is a little bit of a rough spot. I mean, he could ping here. He has to do this.
Yeah.
But the following turn, freeze face here is to reduce the possibility of True Silver Champion. The next turn he's going to have to Paladin Shredder, but his board can get...
There's a True Silver.
Yeah.
Alright, so was StrifeCro planning on giving him the Knife Juggler before he consecrates? Yeah, this looks like we can go for a Knife Juggler hero power here. No mechs for the Blast Mage, that's good news.
Yeah. He can actually snipe the Knife Juggler.
Yeah.
He's going to hope for that. Nope. Oh, now he can't clear anything off.
Right, now he's got the Consecrate, so he should be good to go.
Yeah.
Although the Shredder is going to come down.
Yeah, we talked about this a little bit earlier, but sometimes the Mage just ramps up too quickly for the Paladin to be able to deal with it. It seems like he's in an okay spot this time around. He hasn't taken much damage so far. He's almost over that hump, that point where you need to get past against Mech Mage in order for you to sort of be home free.
Yeah, he's got a good True Silver turn too here.
Yeah. And this would be fantastic sequencing if that's his line of play. Because Juggle would...
Yeah.
Has the potential to snipe that 1 health Aldor Peacekeeper.
That's what you want. And it's a mech.
Yeah. The synergy, wow. That's what, like one of the strongest mech cards, like the most efficient mech card for its mana in the game.
I think you still go with the Lothar though this turn.
Yeah.
It's too perfect. You saw the Aldor, the only thing that counters Lothar.
Yep.
And then your guy's at a true silver range.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, he's got the Sylvanas though. Sylvanas can be a little slow against Mech Mage, especially if he picks up a Noyatron here. Okay, didn't get it. Oh, it's a great Sylvanas then.
Yeah, he's going to have to trade both of these in.
Yeah, or just double Spider Tank go face, I think, is more likely.
Oh yeah, he does have some burn in his hand.
And then just clean up whatever he steals next turn with the Blast Mage.
Yeah.
What?
Because then if he's sort of forced to clear some damage off the board.
So Kaldi's comfortable going late. I guess it's fine with. I don't know if it's double Spider Tank enough if you trade both in. I would just double Spider Tank go face. Okay. He's gonna have trouble finishing it off, but maybe he has some like good late game.
Yeah.
Like Rag or Azure Drakes.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I wouldn't feel comfortable doing that.
It seems a little bit of a slower variation of Mech Mage. As slow as you can make Mech Mage.
Yeah, but if he was like a late game version though, I think he would run Mechanical Yeti over Water Elemental.
Okay.
Because the Water Elemental doesn't have quite as much value.
Yeah.
The Mechanical Yeti, you know, you get the spare parts, it's gonna be a long game, you get the mech synergy.
Water Elemental is probably better against like Paladins and Rogues though.
Yeah, definitely.
Which, I mean, probably the two most represented classes that we've seen so far today. Maybe besides Druid, but this is going to be a pretty nice Blast Mage turn.
Yeah, he only gets one though, right? He's on 7 mana.
Yeah.
It sucks.
7 mana. But I mean, if he manages to clean up 3 and then the 4th with a ping.
Yeah, and then he can ping Fireball the Tyrion if he wants.
Yep.
Alright, so is he going to kill the other one? Probably not. But he might, if he's playing so controlly with the Sylvanas, he might hit that now. Okay. Not going to punish.
Yikes.
Actually, well, it's a fine play to Hero Power Quartermaster, but probably going to go for the Tyrion first.
Yeah. It's going to be getting pretty dangerously close, though. So if he Tyrion's here,
yeah, he's at 11 or something.
Yeah. Ping, Fireball, into Mech Warper. And then he's virtually got nothing on the board besides a 1/1 token. Sitting at 11 health with no points of heal in his deck. And 2 of his cards being consecrated.
Though.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, that's true.
It's going to work out. Oh, but then he's still going to have nothing on the board the following turn. Okay.
Yeah. Rough life.
Yep.
Rough life. I think well, I mean, he might be thinking about double consecrating this turn.
Oh, he can actually Blast Mage Fireball too.
Oh yeah.
But yeah. But without the possibility of like, if there's like a good Blast Mage possible, not really. There's nothing's gonna be too crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, maybe he does do it now. If he hits one, he'll throw the Blast Mage in. That way he can get the entity up. But if Tyrion's not like, what are you really gonna entity?
Yeah.
Nothing. We see he's gotten like an owl in the hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you Blast Mage Fireball.
Okay.
Gonna die to the double consecrate though.
What is he thinking about playing around here? Like, there's no way he's got double consecrate in the back of his mind.
Yeah, he's probably thinking he's like maybe equality consecrate. Am I okay with that? He spends his whole turn. Maybe not with only one other creature in hand, but he goes for it.
Wow.
It's actually perfect. I don't even think he wanted to hit that 1/1.
Yeah. It now puts him down to 8. Pretty dangerous range to be in. Double consecrate almost for sure going to come down here.
Yeah. And
actually, I mean, this is quite a bit of damage that he's going to start to pile on.
Yeah, if he gets all 3 hits in with the Ashbringer, then he's only got 6 more damage to make up.
Yeah, Kaldi shakes his head a little bit there. Wow. Double consecrate. I mean, they were all the way from the left. It's not like he even top deck those. He's had those consecrates in his hand for a long, long time.
Oh, so much for the Ashbringer hitting.
Yeah. Throwing an Ashbringer into a Noyotron is like the worst feeling in the world.
Yeah, basically like, yeah, an Arcanite Reaper, basically 2 charges are going in. Or you can Owl. Okay,
Yeah.
he's got the Owl. Plus he's gonna burn the entity with the Owl, but I think he might die. That's 5 damage coming in, plus the ping 6. I don't think that's enough. He can Cogmaster a Quartermaster.
To be honest, I would just try and push for damage. Race.
Yeah.
Force him to top deck answers. Owl the Annoyatron right now. Swing with Ashbringer, Hero Power up, and Quartermaster.
Yeah, it's decent. It's decent.
Following turn, you can Quartermaster again. Wait, does that set up a 2-turn lethal?
Yeah, it's 16. Or no, it's a 5. The thing does 5, so he's 1 damage off.
Okay.
If he hits twice,
Yeah.
the little token does 5.
So he'd be at 11 this turn.
But, I mean, he's not going to kill the Quartermaster, so
yeah,
should be.
Nobody ever kills Quartermasters.
It's pretty good.
It's like a more annoying keeper of the grove.
Yeah, I think you go for it.
At this point, you have to. You can't afford to throw. And Mirror Entities up as well, so that kind of gives more incentive to Owl. Actually, that 100% gives more incentive to Owl here.
All right, go face. And
5,
then Kaldi
6.
doesn't know. He's not going to do the double Quartermaster math. He knows Consecrate's down. You can't put on a Tree Silver. So the only like damage buffs he's thinking about is either the second Quartermaster or Argus. Let's see if he thinks about it.
Oh, it's one of the worst draws that he could go for at this point.
Yeah. So you think reversing switch? No.
Because he'd have
he needs
to ping his own.
You know what he needs is the bounce, the rewinder on his Annoyatron is probably the best.
But is he gonna expect that? Because right now there's lethal showing on board, but not if he clears something.
Yeah. So what does he have to? Does he have to ping the enemy, or can he afford to ping his own dude?
I think
he's probably doing the math right now.
Yeah.
So he probably at least trades the Owl into the Recruit, and then Hero Powers. Yeah, I think he's gonna kill 2 creatures. Actually, I don't know though. The only way to win after that is Fireball.
Yeah. Because he knows that a Consecrate draw, he's been through both. True Silver Champion draw won't do anything because he already has Ashbringer.
I don't know. I think pinging the. I think it was better if he. Oh, you gotta kill the Recruit. Oh, okay, he's done.
Oh, he's thinking about it. What is the likelihood of second?
Yeah, I think the first priority was to kill the Recruit. Second priority was to ping the. I think I would have favored pinging the Clockwork Gnome over the thing because you could get either taunt or the bounce.
Yeah. Well, Kaldi looks a little bit frustrated, but StrifeCro with that second Quartermaster is going to tie this series up 1-1, taking a victory with that Paladin. That was a really close matchup. I mean, you look at those hands halfway through that game, turn 5, turn 6, you say, oh, he's got Fireball, double Blast Mage, he's got control of the board.
Yeah, I didn't like the trading into the Sylvanas. It was a little bit. I think that was the damage he needed.
He played it a little bit slower than you normally see mech mages being played. Yeah.
And then he lost to the double Consecrate, which you could say is rare, but I mean, you have to expect either Consecrate or Equality Consecrate at that point anyways.
There was a couple draws that he could have had that would have had like the same effect.
Yeah.
So, especially since his board was empty, he had 1 Silverhand Recruit. So there would have not even been a downside to using a Quality Consecrate in that type of situation.
Yeah.
But, of course, tied 1-1. Paladin victory for StrifeCro. And so he's got to, both players have to find wins with their mage decks.
Yeah, so it's Mage Paladin for Kaldi. We don't know what kind of mage StrifeCro has, but I'm assuming it's mech. Like I said, he played mech the last 2 times. He's played mage in Conquest, and you can switch it up, but in a big tournament, you have less benefit of like switching it up in mind gaming when you have to beat like multiple people. You just bring a deck that you think is good, but you know Freeze Mage is good, so it could be Freeze Mage. If it's Freeze Mage, that's great. He can beat Paladin and Kaldi's Mech Mage easily, and then he just has to get a win with his Warlock. If it's Mech Mage, so since he didn't bring it, it could be Freeze Mage. He's saving it for later. So first he has to get a win with his Warlock. It's going to be tough versus this Mage. Although we saw that he had Water Elemental, and if I was playing Handlock, I'd rather just have the Mech Yeti, the 5 HP Mech Yeti. Oh, Kaldi actually is Paladin?
Yeah, he changed. He changed his deck towards the Paladin.
Okay, shit.
So it's Paladin, not a Mage. Unlike it said on that screen there. So it was going to be Paladin versus StrifeCro's Warlock.
Yes.
I'd say this is a little bit better. Well, I don't know. Both these classes fare pretty well against Warlock, I'd say.
Yeah, I would rather be well in this. Yeah, are you saying the Mech Mage versus the Paladin?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he might be thinking about later to beat StrifeCro's Mage, whatever it is.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. See now, if he was expecting Freeze Mage, he would have been like, okay, I have to get this win with. They're both bad against Freeze Mage. Okay.
Yeah.
So, well, either way, either way, when you make this pick, you're thinking about the next round anyways. You're not necessarily thinking about this lineup.
Yeah.
So he's thinking that his Paladin is going to have a harder time against StrifeCro's Mage than his own Mage.
Yeah.
He's like, all right. Yeah,
Even though he
StrifeCro.
hasn't even seen it yet, he's just presuming. Because most matchups would be bad in that situation.
Oh, man. So if I was playing a Paladin if I was a Handlock, okay. When I play Handlock or Demon Lock versus a Paladin, you're afraid of the super aggressive starts with the Owls and the BGHs and the equalities. But we saw that there's a heal bot in Kaldi's hand, so we know it's already not as aggressive as possible. So I'm going to have to give the edge to StrifeCro. Oh, he's even got the Mal'Ganis Void Collar.
Yeah, he actually kept... he threw away a Void Collar.
Okay.
And got a Void Collar back.
Oh, okay. Interesting. So he doesn't think it's that good as just a creature.
Yeah, at least I think. I saw the Void Collar fly off the screen. Maybe it was a spectator visual bug, but he kept the Mal'Ganis. He had the Mal'Ganis in his opening mulligan, and he actually kept it, so...
Yeah. Yeah, with only 3 demons in the deck, sometimes Void Collar isn't that good to keep.
Yeah.
As opposed to the Twilight Drakes.
Yeah. And sometimes Void Collar, you pop it down turn 4, it gets killed. Mal'Ganis pops out, they don't have a way to deal with it.
Yeah, he doesn't have it. He has
just win
Aldors, but
games.
it doesn't... Although, I guess Aldor's still pretty good, because it's not like you're threatening... With this deck,
Yeah.
it's so few demons. Like, say you're playing the Silent Storm
Yeah.
mid-range deck, you can't Aldor at Mal'Ganis, because they'll just play, like, the Void Walker and the Implosion. But if you can Aldor a Mal'Ganis in this situation, and StrifeCro can't really punish you, except for he gets the free taps.
Yeah.
It's the Warrior... It makes his Warlock hero power the Warrior hero power as well. Think about
Wow.
it. Armor up tap.
Yeah.
Pretty sick. It's like, the Novice Engineer. That's the Paladin, the Warrior, and the Warlock hero power in one. Pretty sick. Think about it. Yeah.
And the Warrior, too?
Yeah, because you don't get the life tap damage. So, okay, so that's the Paladin hero power.
Okay.
You make it do...
Wouldn't that be Priest Hero power, since you can't...
No, we can't target it. Either way, but...
Okay.
Priest hero power technically directs.
Yeah, I got you.
But most people would say that it's Novice Engineer is just the Paladin hero power.
Yeah. What about back when Novice Engineer was a 1-2?
And it was overpowered.
Yes, it was. It was literally in every single deck.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
Alright. What's going on in this game? So he goes with the Void Collar first over the Drakes. Wait, okay. Did we miss the Tempo Aldor on
the Zombie Chow?
That's huge.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's bold.
That is, yeah. So you really wanted something on the board.
And he doesn't want to, he wants to deny as much Mortal Coil value as possible, I guess.
Yeah, and StrifeCro has to be thinking, there's another Aldor, but he doesn't care.
Yeah.
His creatures don't really care about, he doesn't have the Giants.
Yeah.
The Giants, maybe, it could be a call by Kaldi. He's like, okay, StrifeCro doesn't even play the Mountain Giants. I'll just Aldor this. It's almost as good as Aldoring a Drake.
I mean...
He does actually have the Quartermaster, not just threatening it.
You can Hellfire here and just be left with a Mal'Ganis.
Yep.
On the board.
That's the obvious play. StrifeCro always considers everything, but I think that's
layman's
just good.
play.
No, it's just good. It only dies. It's only weak to Big Game Hunter.
Yeah.
And even then, it's not that weak.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a lot of people forget about that +2/+2 for demons. Is that what it is?
Yeah. But it's only... He doesn't have any demons, unfortunately.
Yeah. Well, second Void Collar. Maybe Dread Infernal.
That's a while away.
Yeah.
Plus, it's like, that's better like when you already have the demon on the board.
Yeah.
So if he draws one, he'd still have to play it. He'd have to live. Then he could use it.
Like late game when you're Jiraxis and you're summoning.
Okay, the benefit of this is okay. I didn't like that. I thought he was like gonna let him Quartermaster and then.
Hello.
So there it is.
Off the top. Off the tippity top.
Yeah. This actually gives StrifeCro better Hellfire though.
That's true.
Now he gets the Big Game Hunter.
But now his Mal'Ganis is gone.
Yeah, but he didn't really pay for it. You know what I mean? It didn't cost him anything.
Yeah, that's true. It's a card for a card, and
if it was a later turn, it hurts more when you get BGH like on a big turn, where he just played the BGH. Now he just Hellfires it.
Yeah.
It's actually fine.
Very true. I mean, there's a chance he could get greedy and play the Twilight Drake.
He has the Shadow Flame, so he can actually, he can wait on the AoE if he really wants to, but it's hard to pass that up.
Yeah.
Alright, so now Kaldi's hand is looking pretty bad.
Yeah.
You just play the Sylvanas. He's got the Muster Quartermaster for his turn 8. Alternatively, he could just... I don't think you muster now. Nah.
Yeah, you can't really afford to use your second Haldor now because you've used your BGH. You don't really have answers to Molten Giants when they come out.
Yeah.
I mean, you could rely on your quality. But...
Yeah, all the plays are bad. Because you don't even want to Sylvan. Because remember he made that play to avoid Mortal Coil.
Yeah.
So StrifeCro could still be holding... When you make plays like to avoid a card, you know, you have to be expecting it now.
Yeah.
So you can't play Sylvanas. Okay, actually, that's fine. I'll consecrate
You
it.
can't go halfway on avoiding Mortal Coil. Like,
Yeah,
if you avoid it one turn, then it doesn't make sense. You basically just negated the play that you made earlier. Second guess yourself.
Yeah, it's like when people like play board control and then all of a sudden they switch to face.
Yeah.
Then you get really punished because like the opponent's been having these cards. He's been waiting for you to, you know. And
Nice.
StrifeCro's still doing fine. Or StrifeCro's doing fine. Kaldi's the one that's struggling.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good pickup.
StrifeCro even has, he's got a strong board, plus he has Dr. Boom on curve next turn, and he knows that BGH is gone. Well, one BGH is gone. We can assume that there's only one BGH, but there was an era.
In Paladin, it's only going to be one.
There was an era a while ago where there was a lot of double BGH.
In Paladin?
No.
Yeah.
Just in general.
Someone brought it. Was it a Druid? A Druid had it, yeah. A Druid makes sense because they lack the removal.
Yeah. It was popular in Warrior a while ago too. When Warrior
that's coming back
Handlock.
too. Someone did that in Viagame. Someone had double BGH. Okay, so now the Sylvanas doesn't die to... I mean, doesn't die to Mortal Coil, but he gets the Drake if he wants. Does StrifeCro do it? It would be such a good turn with Boom, but he's 1 mana off.
Yeah. I was thinking he could just Twilight Drake Hellfire.
Yeah, or Shadow Flame, whichever one he values more.
Yeah.
He probably holds on to the Shadow... Even though he'd probably hold on to the Shadow Flame for Sylvanas. His own Sylvanas.
If he Hellfires here, then he actually puts Kaldi at 12.
Yeah, does he get to play anything, though?
No. He could play a naked Sunfury Protector.
Alright, so he's going to let Kaldi hit it, and then he'll Hellfire next turn if he wants. Okay. Pushing for damage. Okay, so he figures he doesn't need those cards against Paladin, where he's rather have the bodies on the board. I mean, he's hoping he didn't steal that one, but yeah.
It's still, though, I mean, regardless.
Wouldn't have been that much different.
Yeah.
I mean, if he sold the Argus, that would have been great, but...
Yeah, if he sold the Sunfury Protector, the same trade would have happened. So, I mean, Muster for Battle Quartermaster is the play that jumps out, but... I mean, you really have to be wary still.
Yeah.
Can you expect second Hellfire? Some people cut second Hellfire.
Yeah, maybe... Oh, yeah, well, it's... StrifeCro's list is kind of public as double Hellfire, so he's got to be expecting it, but maybe he saw that play and he's like, well, Hellfire would have been pretty good. So maybe he doesn't have it.
Maybe StrifeCro went up and saw StrifeCro's list and said, you know, maybe I shouldn't be quite as StrifeCro today.
Okay.
And took the second Hellfire out.
Yeah, actually like this. Now that I think about it, I like saving the Hellfire because it's almost always good against Paladin, right? They have like so many little guys. Can he get the Molten down too? He can. He can Hellfire Molten. That's sick.
Really strong play. Of course, it is going to get outdoor Peacekeepered.
Yeah.
Most likely. But there's always a chance if he has like second Owl. I think he's used the first one.
Yeah. Oh no, I think StrifeCro only owns one.
Okay.
Or StrifeCro's used the Owl?
Oh, I don't think no.
Yeah. But he would probably save it for Tyrion anyways. Unless it was that finishing burst.
Yeah.
Gets the free tap in. Whenever you're going to play Molten. Tap in.
All right. Ooh. Quality's pretty big as well.
You quality just hit it with your face. Yeah, I mean, what else are you gonna Aldo? You know he only has one more giant. Mal'Ganis is down, but Dr. Boom is looming. But he's gonna get the quality consecrated if StrifeCro tries to overextend.
Molten anti-kill bot is a pretty strong play.
Yeah. What else can you do? I mean, you don't have to kill bot this turn, I don't think. So 6, 7. The most Paladin can do from hand is 6 with the True Silver Consecrate.
Yeah.
We need 9, 10, 11, 12. So he can kill you with True Silver Consecrate. Okay.
Yeah. Usually I feel like whenever I get my second Molten Giant out there, I play like anti-kill bot, you know, just to sit back a second. But it's, I don't know. The chance of him killing you the following turn is actually pretty slim.
Alright, so he goes with that. Because, yeah, the Belcher's a little bit... You don't want to get Black Knighted here, although with the Shadow Flame, maybe.
Is this a big enough board to a quality consecrate?
It's pretty... I don't know. Well, that Belcher's going to do a lot of work.
Yeah.
He could just wait a turn.
Yeah.
No, he's probably not going to, because he's probably just going to kill the heal bot.
A body is what he needs at this stage, so Piloted Shredder, I think, is a pretty good draw.
Yeah, I think you got to wait on the quality consecrate. And then you just, Belcher into the heal bot. You're good to go.
Good to go.
Oh, he's going to do it. This is scary because, I mean, usually what you're afraid of after you use a board clear against a Warlock is the double Molten.
Yeah.
He sees the double Molten. He's like, what am I afraid of? And then Dr. Boom's going to come down. He's like, oh yeah, you play that card too.
Nowadays, though, there's a lot of big threats in hand lock. Well, I guess if you cut Mount Giants, it's just about the same big threats. Now, if he Dread Infernals, he's dead.
Oh. But the value. Quality Dread Infernal. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, so is there like a Shadow Flame here?
I mean, you can Loatheb.
Yeah, Loatheb Belcher, just get Shadow Flame next turn.
Double 5 drops really strong. Turn 10 play.
He's like kill the first half of that Shredder before he's thinking about how he wants to set up his AoE next turn.
Yeah.
So if he Shredder... Okay, now the Shredder's going to die. It's going to go into the Belcher, so that's good to go. Although, maybe he throws both of the 3 ones into his, into StrifeCro's Belcher, and then he preserves his Shredder by throwing that into the slime.
Uh-huh.
Oh, but he still has the Loatheb to deal with, but getting super risky. Okay,
what kind of health gain does he have left?
StrifeCro?
Yeah.
He already used Healbot. I don't think he runs Siphon. I think there's one Earthen and there's the Draxus. Okay, so he's gonna Shadow Flame next turn, but we'll see how Kaldi dodges the Shadow Flame with his. I would really like to see Kaldi keep his Shredder as healthy as possible. Okay, so he has lethal, I think. I knew that.
Yeah.
I knew that. I was too busy thinking of StrifeCro's best turn. Yeah.
Well, no, you have to assume that whatever they're playing is based off their perspective and not off the other. So
yeah. That was in StrifeCro's head. Okay. That's perfect.
Well, that is going to be a victory for Kaldi, I believe.
It's a good switch on him. Remember, he was like, I'm going to go Mage. No, I'm going to go Paladin.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Even after we fixed up the overlay, we're like, oh, well, we'll just assume that it goes Mage. He's like, no.
Yeah, usually you don't. That's the worst because it's like on a test when you change an answer and then you get it wrong, you're like, oh, why did I change it?
Always stick with your first instinct.
Yeah, because but it paid off.
Mm-hmm.
Paid off.
So Kaldi only needs a victory left with
Mage. And it's his Water Elemental mech.
Yeah.
Probably has Blingtron.
Yeah. Didn't see anything else that would have made us assume otherwise.
Yeah.
So
it does choose the Spider Tanks over the Harvest Golem, which it's a small thing, but yeah.
Raynad Mage,
yes,
as Hype is contractually obligated to call it.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of the first play. There was someone playing it way back when, before people even played Mech Mage, because Undertaker Hunter was around.
Yeah, I think it was a ladder player.
Yeah, I'm trying. I know his name. But forgot it.
Yeah, I don't remember.
All right.
Oh well.
Sticking with the Warlock.
Yeah.
That's how you normally play Conquest. Okay.
I'd say this is a pretty strong matchup for Kaldi, though. I mean,
Yeah,
Mage can get off to explosive starts.
Yeah, but Handlock can easily win too. It's
50-50.
It's pretty close.
Yeah.
Like I said, I normally would have favored a very standard mech mage with even Yetis. I think is a great card versus Handlock with the 5 HP. So anything other than that is going to hurt him. The big cards for StrifeCro are like, besides the obvious early game, sometimes you can just close it out with like Lotheb, Healbot, just shut it down. You want to like, you get the board, and then you just dodge the burn.
If you get like one, if you get like one full board clear against Mech Mage, like if you clear out one of their pushes, if you get a big Shadow Flame play, or if you get a big Hellfire play, then they can sometimes just run out of juice. Then they're sort of just honed in on just being able to get burn spells to close out the game.
Yeah.
So
That's like Mech Mage's specialty though, is building a board that like with the Piloted Shredder, the Yeti, which he doesn't run. But even though Water Elemental will survive most AoE, so Yeti, Shredder, that thing, and then the Tinkertown, it comes down on 3, so then you can't Hellfire and Shadow. StrifeCro's 2 Hellfire, 1 Shadow Flame. So if he gets the Tinkertown on curve, StrifeCro's gonna have a really hard time. Yeah.
We'll have to see. Jumping into game number 4 of this match.
Although it's not that good against Warlock, because by the time it comes out, they usually have taunts down.
Oh. Well, it's confirmed. That's Blingtron.
Yeah, actually, I think this might be one of the weakest matchups for Blingtron because whatever weapon you get, it's not going to kill their taunt. It's not going to kill any of their creatures. So you could go phase with it, but it's most of the time it's that you get like a 2 or 3 damage weapon. It's not that good.
You'll be hurting a lot of times you'll be hurting yourself more because they'll be able to utilize their weapons usually more than you can.
And then StrifeCro, he can hit and then play a Molten. That's like what Warriors used to do. He's like hit and play Molten.
Yeah.
And, then charge them. You can't do that anymore, but
I miss those days. That was when I first started playing Control Warrior.
It was back.
The Molten Charge.
My first like ever tournament ever, like super early on. It's like I don't even remember if it was ESL or not. It was I played against Chalky. He's running the Molten Giant.
Of course.
Molten Giant Warrior. Yep.
Chalky's been wrecking kids in the weekly tournament scene since the beginning of time.
Okay, so yeah, the Spider Tank for Kaldi. It's actually pretty close whether Spider Tank or Harvest Golem was better against Warlock, because they both kind of dodge Hellfire. The Spider Tank has more front end, but you don't normally want the power early against Handlock, right? You don't want to. You just want to.
Most players nowadays choose Spider Tank over.
Yeah.
Because well.
The damage. I mean, damage is important.
Yeah.
When you're playing Mech Mage.
Effectively, it's like the same amount of effective health, but Spider Golem or Spider Tank, I combine them. Spider Golem, that'd be a scary card.
This is interesting whether you play. Some people like playing 2/3s out against. I don't. Probably not though. Against Hunter, you can make an argument for the Naked Sun Fury. I don't even like doing it. I try to avoid doing it whenever possible, but sometimes you have to.
Yeah.
Is the Shadow Flame, but
I don't know if I'd like it, because if you Sun Fury here, he could trade his.
Yeah, actually, now that you mention it, he's just gonna. StrifeCro's just gonna avoid popping that scientist as long as possible. Get his Drake down, then think about popping.
Because he knows the first card that he wants to play is going to be something high impact. Like if he plays the Naked Sun Fury, then he's forced into playing Earthring Farseer to proc the Mirror Entity before he's able to get out of Twilight Drake.
He's got the Chow heal.
Yeah.
So he's got Chow heal, the anti-Killbot heal. That's all his heal, except for Jiraxis. So it's wait, Healbot's 8, the Chow's 5, and the Earthring's 3.
Yeah.
So that's 16 healing he can count on.
And he can use the Chow to pop Mirror Entity as well.
So that's what I mean with the healing. He's counting that. I'm already counting that healing as his own healing.
If he, he can always find.
He's definitely going to see, Chow, Hellfire, whenever. Is it good here? Or he's one more, he can't do it for one more turn. So he just like normal Hellfires. He doesn't have to. So the entity is active. So he could Chow now. He goes for it. And then he just kills Spider Tank, or you can look for a
Mortal Coil
target.
Yeah.
But I think you just save it so you can Hellfire Mortal Coil, because they have a lot of 4 HP. They have the Blast Mage, the Tinkertown. So you just save the Mortal Coil till you need it.
This is a really solid start here, and he's even going to be able to heal his Twilight Drake back up out of range of these two. That's a solid board. really early on. Lots of AoE in his hand as well.
Oh my, yeah, he's
I
got
think all of
everything.
his AoE spells, yeah.
Sometimes when you're playing against a handlock, as a any aggressive deck, you're like, all right, am I gonna play around Hellfire, Shadow Flame, Moltons? Because like they play a creature, like, all right, do I kill it for Shadow Flame? Okay, well, he doesn't have to play around spells anymore because he just shut them all out.
Yeah. Archmage Antonius though is pretty fantastic in this matchup, I'd say.
Yeah.
He needs some type of spare part or some type of cheap spell to be able to proc it out, but he's got his heavy hitters in his hand already.
Yeah.
So
Another thing
goes a
with this
little
type
bit
of
later.
mage is they gotta cut a little bit of mechs. So he's running, yeah. So usually it's either like some people do one Anoitron, or they cut like the one drops, like those
Yeah.
Clockwork Gnomes or the Cog Masters.
Cog Masters, yeah.
But we'll see. We have seen all of them from him.
Probably cuts one Cog Master.
Yeah. Maybe one. We've only seen, yeah, or the Anoitron. One
Yeah.
of those two. But you gotta run the double Clockwork for the. It's too important. It's really good. Okay, so StrifeCro, he's a little upset about that Lotheb, but he's fine. I think he's fine.
How can you even tell?
Yeah.
He always has the same facial expression. I actually asked him that question. I asked, like, you always keep a calm demeanor whenever you're playing, like, regardless, even if RNG, like, completely screws you over. He says he doesn't believe in RNG screwing people over. He says the whole premise of Hearthstone is to give yourself the highest probability of winning on every turn from turn one. So he
Some
says he
wisdom.
doesn't believe that RNG plays effect into players' tournament wins.
I like that. I like that.
It's a good attitude. Very good
And
attitude.
he has
yeah.
like the highest win rate overall. So yeah, maybe it hurts you one game, but if you look at the overall scope, there's a very high win rate over a lot of games.
Yeah.
That's someone that's like kind of transcended RNG.
Yeah.
Just plays for the long, yeah.
Yeah. He's a fascinating specimen.
Oh man,
This
everything
StrifeCro.
gets hellfired. I think you definitely want to get the Clockwork Gnome down just for that spare part. So, although, if StrifeCro hellfires, the one thing you don't want to see is them to repopulate the board with just a Dr. Boom.
Yeah.
So he's got the Hellfire Void Call. He has 8 mana or 7? No, he only has 7. 6 mana.
6.
Oh man, so Hellfire is not even good. Is there any other plays? Shadow Flame, Mortal Coil, not good either.
I mean, you could just throw down Void Caller and clear off the Lotheb here.
Okay. But with so much AoE, it's like you're not gonna... I think, does he have to tap? Does he want to find a demon? Does he want to find something
Well, he has
better to
Jiraxis in
Shadow
his hand.
Flame? Yeah.
Jiraxis could be pretty good
He's
on
out of
this
Taunt
board.
Givers, though.
Yeah, that's true.
It's good early. I think it's maybe a little too late.
Yeah, and
Maybe he wants to just use it as,
Heal.
Jiraxis.
yeah, use it as Jiraxis.
Yeah.
Become one with the Jiraxis.
It's so weird when you're casting. I'm like, oh, I thought he wanted to save that Mortal Core for Dr. Boom. Oh, yeah, he doesn't know he has Dr. Boom.
Yeah.
So yeah, good plays. Okay, good.
Sometimes you get so caught up with one side, though, you forget what happened on the other side.
Yeah.
But spare part, that Clockwork Gnome is actually pretty good because now he's got at least something to use with that Archmage Antonius down the road, maybe a couple turns from now.
So if he plays Boom here, I'm already thinking about StrifeCro's turn. He plays Boom. I think StrifeCro. I'm trying to think if he wants like the bombs. Yeah, he'll probably. Okay, actually, it's super tricky because the. Okay, yeah, so he has to trade first. All right, but anyways, back to Kaldi's turn. Yeah, gonna go with the Boom.
Dr. Boom on curve.
Freezing that isn't bad.
So we can't trade it in.
Yeah.
Buys you one more turn to find something to be able
He's
to deal
doing
with
it. Yeah, I
whenever it
like
comes
that.
out.
It's a good call from Kaldi. Really good.
Oh wow, second Void Caller. Kill a Void
Yeah, he's
Caller,
having-
I'll pops a Void Caller.
This is difficult for StrifeCro now, though. That freeze really hurt him. Although he could silence his dude to unfreeze him, but then he doesn't get the demon. That's not that good.
Next level! Sludge Belcher seems like the... he doesn't really want to waste any points of heal from that anti-heal bot. I mean, I
Yeah.
guess he could tap anti-heal bot and get the full amount of heal from it.
The more I think about it, silence isn't awful. But yeah, Belcher should be fine. Belcher should hold. If he gets through Belcher, it's going to involve a fireball anyways. So.
Yeah.
Probably going to tap.
The more burn you can get through on creatures, the better you're going to feel.
Oh, he's not going to tap. Okay. He feels like he has what he needs.
Everything he needs, really? Well, I guess AoE.
He wants just a body on the board.
Wow. Maybe absorb some bomb damage.
I mean,
here.
Owl isn't that useful, but I would have thought he would have gone for the tap. So he feels like, because he got so much health, so it's not about the damage. He just feels like he has enough. He's got lots of heal, actually.
I mean, he could just plop Pilot Shredder, Water Elemental down here. Well, I don't know. Those Mech Warpers aren't going to be that useful later on. But if he trades Dr. Boom into the Sludge Belcher...
They're nice, though. After your opponent AoEs, you just like Mech Warper, Mech Warper.
Yeah, that's true. You can build up an entire board again.
Yeah, but it's like you said, the double 4-drops, those ones are almost immune to AoE. StrifeCro, he doesn't run Mountain Giant, so you don't have to worry about Mountain Giant Shadow Flame.
Oh, wow. I guess thinking that, oh, if he didn't have an answer to Dr. Boom the previous turn, then maybe he won't have an answer to my Archmage this turn.
Plus, if you look at Kaldi's hand, it's not like he's not going to get any more spare parts for a while.
Yeah.
He's like, all right, I'll just do it now, and then this way I can Fireball. I actually have a spell.
Yeah. And he can play the game where he just like focuses on clearing the board with the fireballs and just refilling his hand with fireballs. If it gets to that stage, and wait till he has enough damage to just finish him off on a single turn.
Yeah, plus if he does get AoE'd, he can afford all 4 of those. It's 9 mana. It's like 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it's 9 mana for all of them.
Can he do this? Is there any way for him to clear out this Antonius? Because if he has to get through that taunt, but if he Hellfires, then he's killing off the creatures that would be there to kill his...
Yeah, so he can Shadow Flame Hellfire.
Okay.
Oh, not with 6 mana. Okay, so he doesn't... so now he has to Shadow Flame and the bombs can't kill him. Okay, you can Shadow Flame that.
Okay.
He still could get hurt by bombs. Okay. No, there's only 1 bomb, so it's impossible to fully get wrecked by bombs.
Well, now...
Okay, I wonder if he wanted that one at the Void Color. He knows his opponent has 1 Fireball, but...
Yeah.
Okay, so now you Flood. But now the Hellfire Water Elemental...
just gonna capitalize.
Yeah, the Draxus kills the Water Elemental if you want to get frozen, or you could just kill whatever pops out of the Shredder.
Yeah.
Or you could double Hellfire.
Got the Harrison in his hands, but no Blingtron.
Okay, I remember there was something weird about Kaldi's deck, like something greedy, but I couldn't think of it. I was like, it doesn't run Drake or Sky Golem. Yeah, it's the Harrison. It's not... Yeah, it's greedy. I would say it's greedy. It's like inconsistent.
Well, Blingtron Harrison Jones is a pretty powerful turn if you can, if you can pull it off.
That's very optimistic.
Yeah.
Usually I'm happy just Blingtroning.
I mean, it's a decent tech card right now because of the popularity of Paladins, popularity of Rogues.
Yeah, it's a little slow though. I mean, if you Blingtron, you're about to win. You may as well just play something. You don't need 2 more cards and a weak creature. You just want like 1 strong creature and you'll win.
It seems like that card that you play when you're ahead to just put yourself further ahead.
Yeah, no, it's good. Blingtron's like just good because you have the Annoyatrons, the Snow Chuggers. Yeah. You don't even need the Water Elemental because the Annoyatron, the Snow Chugger's good enough. Last time I played Blingtron, it was against a Maz and I got a I was like, I didn't need anything good. I was already so far ahead, and then I just get the Gladiator's Longbow. I'm like, sure. Just shoot his taunt.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Just spread it all out. I guess he puts the Twilight Drake within Fireball range, but Kaldi is definitely hurting right now.
StrifeCro's feeling pretty happy. That Draxus. Oh, so he didn't have the taunt before. Or, I don't know. He's got the taunt and Draxus. That's what you want against Mech Mage. You thought that would be a little slow. And it was like the latest ever taunt Draxus.
Yeah.
Okay. StrifeCro's like invincible with all that heal. So I think he should feel pretty safe tapping, but Hellfire is weird though, because his Draxus is actually starting to die.
Yeah, it'd still be a 4/4.
Yeah.
And I mean, taps here has a threat for the following turn as well, so...
Yeah, just play out the Void Collar, probably.
Yeah.
Oh, he looks like he's not Hellfiring, or else he would go face with the 2/2.
Yeah, you'd be missing out on that damage.
All right,
oh, okay, there we go.
Well, yeah.
He just corrected himself.
All right, Kaldi what can he get off Blingtron? I mean, the longbow is pretty. He didn't get it.
He needs to draw into Blingtron first of all.
Yeah.
I mean, he still hasn't been through like that much of his deck quite yet. We still got a lot of cards to go for him. So, and he's already top decking right now. So if he draws into like something like his Cogmaster or something small, it's just going to be almost a wasted turn.
That's a pretty good one. I like it.
And preserves as much health as possible in that spider tank.
Yeah, StrifeCro's like, yeah, please kill these two taunting creatures.
It's going to make Jiraxis stronger.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Alright, Doomsayer, stealth it.
That would have been crazy.
Yeah.
I think he still would have been dead anyway. All right. Well, StrifeCro goes ahead and ties it up at 2. And both these players, this has been pretty grueling matches. This is the second series of the day that we've seen go to 5 games. The last one was, I think, just the series that we had before. So Group B has turned out to be very, very competitive so far. And Kaldi and StrifeCro will not go down easily.
So it's Mage versus Mage.
Mage versus Mage. Both these players need to find victories with this Mage. Kaldi has already failed twice.
Yeah.
And we haven't yet seen StrifeCro's Mage. So StrifeCro automatically has a slight advantage just because he knows what he's up against.
Yeah, plus he held it first. He played the Warlock out first because he thought that would the weaker matchup.
Yeah.
And now he gets rewarded with this stronger matchup of Mage.
Yeah.
He's like, gotta be feeling pretty good.
Yeah. So of course the stakes for this match. This is the first match of their group. So the winner is going to go on to face Zuzu, and the loser goes on to face Bub Senpai. If you lose 2 matches, then you're out. Everybody does get $200 for showing up to the Legendary Series and for qualifying, but of course they want that $1,500 grand prize for winning the week, and also the invite to the $25,000 land final. It's going to be happening in June. It's a lot of money for playing Hearthstone.
Yeah, you get a free trip here, California.
It's really nice, and it'll be in June. It'll probably be pretty hot, but depending on where you are in the world, it could be well welcomed. So
yeah, Kaldi, Iceland, he might just melt if he comes here.
Yeah.
I'm worried.
Oh, man, yeah. I had a lot of conversations with Kaldi over the past week about Iceland, about American politics, about chess. We chatted up for hours and hours. He speaks 5 languages.
Did they teach him that in the chess school?
Maybe.
Taught him 5
well,
languages.
he said early on in school in Iceland, since there's only like 300,000 people in Iceland, and not many people outside of Iceland speak the language, speak Icelandic, they encourage young children and everybody to learn different languages, or else they'll struggle in the world outside of Iceland. So he speaks Icelandic, English, Norwegian, Danish, and Swedish. A lot of the languages are similar, but still impressive.
Okay. It must take a while just to learn how to say the name of that volcano too. Remember that one?
I don't know.
Local. It's like 30 letters.
I can't even say the capital correctly. Reykjavik.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know that from. I don't know how to pronounce it, but I know the name from Risk, I think.
Yeah. That's where I get all my geography. Risk and the StarCraft Brood War custom map diplomacy.
Yeah. It was sick. It's like right there. It's like a stronghold.
Yeah.
All right, so it's mech versus mech. Since it's straight mech versus mech, the Blingtron isn't going to help Kaldi any more than it helps StrifeCro, and he has to pay the mana for it. So you do get the first swing. It's a little benefit, but for the most part, the Blingtron,
you're putting it up to chance.
The Water Elemental, and even the Lotheb. I mean, StrifeCro probably runs Lotheb too, but anyways, the Water Elemental and the Blingtron and the lack of early creatures is only going to hurt Kaldi in this mirror.
Yeah.
I wonder if StrifeCro's got any tech. StrifeCro's been, I don't know if he started it, but I think he might play a 6-drop or 2, something weird like Toshli. I think he's been playing Toshli. Maybe a Sky Golem, but probably not.
The thing is, Mech Mages don't have a lot of comeback mechanics. They have Goblin Blast Mage, which, I mean, you have to have a mech on board. So a lot of times, if your board is just continually being cleared turn after turn, the earliest you can get it out would be like turn 6. And so the player that goes like first, or the player that has the initiative, usually ends up just blowing out the game.
Yeah, I have seen Double Blast Mage do a lot. Like someone so far ahead, Blast Mage. What? I lost.
Yeah.
But yeah, Kaldi. What do you do? Oh, actually, okay, you said no comeback mechanics, but he does have double mech warp per coin. So that's 3, plus he gets a free 2-drop, but he doesn't have any 2-drop right now.
I think you gotta pilot a shredder and hope for the best.
Yeah, you need, that's your comeback mechanic. It's the, oh, he doesn't have the spare part.
The Doomsayer.
The Doomsayer stealth.
Doomsayer prayer.
He doesn't have the spare part though. I want to see Doomsayer Finicky Cloakfield happen in a competitive game from a mech mage.
I really like just a Neurotron Mirror Entity here. Mirror Entity is a huge tempo play because you, especially when you're ahead, because it means that whatever your opponent's trying to play to come back, you just match it.
Yeah. Unfortunately though, mech mage does have an easy way to deal with it. Usually with the Clockwork Gnome, Cogmaster. Actually, the Cogmaster is gonna be insane.
Yeah.
With that taunt.
Yeah. That's a mana that he can't really afford. He's at 13 health.
Oh man, what if Kaldi just like he just plays Doomsayer? He's just getting into his hand. He's like, oh, nice mirror entity, Doomsayer. So, how does he do it? He fireballs his own shredder. All right, I mean, I guess you'd fireball StrifeCro shredder, not your own one.
Well, I mean, realistically, he's staring at a whole lot of death.
Yeah. All right, you got to do it. Fireball it.
Yeah, I mean, it feels like a desperation attempt, but he's in a desperate situation.
It's like 1 in 27, or is it like 20 or 70?
No, it's like, yeah, I think it's at least it's above 50.
Okay.
I thought it was like 1 in 52 or something like that.
He sees the play.
But we've seen stranger things. Nope. All right. Well, he's gonna live for a couple more turns, but it's just so hard because even if he manages to get back on board, I mean, being at this much health, just any sort of top deck.
StrifeCro's so far ahead, he's like, I actually don't even want to risk the Doomsayer. Oh, yeah, he could kill the Doomsayer, I guess. Okay, that's the cheap mini bot. It's like the broken mini bot.
Yeah. He even clears it off. So, just focusing on the board. I guess, well, wants to preserve the Divine Shield on his Neurotron. Just make it so it's that much easier. Hey, I don't think there's any way out of this.
Yeah, with the shredders gone, that was like his glimmer of hope.
Yeah. And there's a chance that Kaldi might have just gone 0-3 with Mage.
Yeah.
That's rough.
Mech Mage, it's not as strong as it used to be.
Mech Mage is not as strong against Mech Mage as it once was.
Yeah, just getting wrecked by Mech Mage.
Yeah.
It's a pretty bad deck if it gets wrecked this hard by Mech Mage.
Yeah. Oh, well, he throws out the well played. Looks visibly frustrated, but StrifeCro gonna be the second player in Group B to move on to that winner's match. 3-2 over Kaldi. Yet another close series, and Group B is looking to be pretty dang competitive so far.
Definitely. Like Bub Senpai, he was doing great. Yeah, he's the one that lost. We thought he was going to win. He was playing so well, and he lost. So now he's still like a great player, and he's going to play against Kaldi. Those should be some good matches. Yeah.
So I believe we do have the winner's match is going to happen next. So that's going to be between StrifeCro and Azuzu.
Yes.
So that should be an exciting one. Of course, the winner of that does move on, automatically advances to the semifinals, which of course that playoff stage will happen tomorrow. The winner, like I said, $1,500 on the line and a spot at the LAN finals. The losers match will happen after that as well, which will be another player eliminated. The first player from Group B that will be eliminated today will happen at the end of the day. But again, guys, a quick shout out to our wonderful sponsors for the Legendary Series this season. Plantronics and Gigabyte have gotten on board with us and have made a lot of things possible that we're doing here. They're giving us giveaways. They're making us be able to step things up for the Legendary Series.
Misha with the free headset.
Exactly, the Plantronics headset back there on the bear. I was joking earlier yesterday. I think I said at the end of the broadcast we're gonna put the bear in the chair and we're gonna make Hype to go back there and put on the headset and act like he's dead and stuffed, and see if anybody notices. But big shout out to those guys. None of this would be possible without them. But guys, we have 2 more matches left to go: the winners match from Group B and the elimination match from Group B today. It's been a long day, but we have still more Legendary Series action to come. So don't go anywhere, guys. We will be right back.
None shall